Right now, Ellie and I are standing outside of my 67 Volkswagen Baja Beetle. This is a new project. I'm starting to put it together, and I've installed this solar panel roof rack on the roof, and it was super cheap. I mean, 55 bucks for the whole thing, including the mounts, the wood, everything. There's 200 watts of solar power up here right now, and that is what is going to be charging the power station that's inside, and that is what this video is all about, is the Bluetti EB70S power station. Come on inside and I'll show you how it's set up. So what I have here is a bed platform, because this is going to be a mini camper. So I have a bed platform set up here so I can sleep on the passenger side, and the power station is right back here. I'm going to do a lot of changes in this setup. Like, I'll probably have a little place where that lives and it can't move around, but for right now it's just set up, and it's charging right now. It's really overcast right now, so only got 12 watts of power coming in, and so it's not like a good demonstration of like how much it can charge, but I've been using this pretty thoroughly for the last 4 to 5 months, and it has been performing great. It charges really fast, and I've been super happy with the power that comes out of this thing. Just to give you an idea of how much power storage it has for a lithium battery, we're talking about 32 amp hours of lithium power, and it's LiFePO for battery cells, which is arguably one of the best ones that you can use. You don't have to worry about it catching on fire and stuff like that. It's a very stable lithium battery chemistry, so it's definitely one of the favorites for people to use. Now, 32 amp hours of battery in this is pretty darn good. To put that in comparison, a Battle Born battery is 100 amp hours, and this is about a third of that. It's about the size of a Battle Born battery, but this is an all-in-one power station. Everything that you need all in one unit. It has a power inverter, a DC output, charging, a solar charge controller. It even has a wireless charger for a cell phone right on the top. You just set your cell phone right on top of this, and it will charge wirelessly. So that's a nice feature to have. It has a cigarette output adapter. Some power units don't come with these. These are if you want to wire in a ceiling fan or something, you can use these little barrel connectors. It has 2 USBs and 2 USB-Cs, so you can directly power a laptop right from this power station. It has 410 volt outputs for plugging in whatever you wish, and it's a 800 watt inverter, so it's quite powerful for such a small unit. It also has this light, which I really like in a power station. I know it's kind of a cheesy feature that some people, you know, like make fun of or whatever, but a lot of times when you're using one of these, you don't have any light at all. So one thing I like to do sometimes if I'm in a place where there's no power, I like to tilt it. Oops, let me unplug the panels, but I like to tilt it on its back and shine the light up to the ceiling, and that disperses the light kind of like all over the place. And if you get into trouble, you can also turn it to SOS mode, and it'll continually put out an SOS signal. If you get stranded or something like that, you can use that to try to find some help.
So you're gonna run the whole bug off of that, right?
This is gonna, so this bug, yes.
I'm joking.
No, but, well, yeah. I do have a regular power system in this bug. There's a 12 volt battery, just like you'd have in any conventional car. That charges from the alternator. I'm gonna be putting in a 12 volt outlet for just this thing so that it'll charge while I'm driving around. I'll have 3 ways to charge it. In the car, I'll have 2 ways to charge it. I'll be able to charge it from the solar panels, which will always be mounted on the roof. I'll be able to charge it from a cigarette output adapter while I'm driving. And then it also charges with a power block that it comes with that you can plug into your home or whatever, a generator. You could charge it that way as well. For the last 4 months, I've been using this pretty intensively. Out in Williams, it's been summertime, so it's been 90-degree weather every single day. And we have a 12-volt fridge that's been sitting outside in the heat, and I've been running it off of this power unit. I use the solar panels to charge it from the Beetle, and it's been keeping up really well. Running a 12-volt freezer, I've had it in freezer mode down to like 0 degrees, so it's been able to maintain running that fridge non-stop, and still able to keep up with it being charged from the solar panels, which is awesome. It's been doing much better than I expected. They have a simple display. It shows your battery percentage here, the amount of output that is going out, and the amount of input that's coming in. And that's really all that you see here. These buttons, if you turn on the DC panel, this little green light will light up. If you turn on the AC panel for the inverter, that little green light will light up. And that's pretty much it. It's very simple interface. That is one thing that these power station manufacturers, I really wish they would change. I would like to see these panels have a very much more like controllable, in-depth display, like almost having a little mini computer inside of here, like running a Raspberry Pi or an Arduino type of computer, so that you can change every feature, like have your timeout. So say you have your 110 volt panel on, I would like to be able to set myself parameters for how long it would stay on before sensing any power draw, and it would turn itself off automatically. Those kind of things. How long to keep this display on. You know, if you have a camper and this is your only source of power, you're going to want to know as much information about the power that's being stored in this, the power that's going out and coming in, and all the controllable things. You'd like to be able to control all those things very precisely. So that is one thing. And I've really never seen a power station, so that's not a fault of this one in particular, but I would like to see a power station that has a much more complex user interface that you can change. Like, for example, the display is off right now. You know, you have to wake it up in order for the display to come back on. I wish there was ways to change that, but that's not really a huge fault. This thing does work great. I've been using it for 4 months and I've had no hiccups with the way it operates at all. It's been flawless all the way through.
So what do you think you'll use it for in the Bug when you are camping in it?
Well, in the Bug, I'm going to be using this primarily for charging devices and LED lights. LED lights for my little living space in there, and just charging my laptop, my cameras, my cell phone, and just that's mainly the reason I'm going to have this.
So not to run a fridge or something?
Well, that's something I may add in the future. I may add some fans. We're going into the colder months now. Summer's almost over, so I might not have to worry about staying cool for a while. But a fridge is something that I really would like to have. I don't know if I'll quite have the space for it in the Bug. It might not be something I do, but I have tested it over the last several months, and it can run a 12-volt fridge without any issue.
That's really impressive.
It does have plenty of power. It will run a fridge for at least 24 hours, maybe even longer than that. I would say probably about 36 hours I've run a fridge just off of this power unit. You know, so if I do have a fridge in this Bug, I'm going to be constantly hooked up to the solar panels, so during the day it'll be charging all day long and putting out power for the fridge. I have a feeling it will keep up just fine. So I really do like this unit. I like its form factor. I like that it has a very square shape. There's no protruding anything. A lot of them have a handle that sticks up. So, you know, if you want to stack something on top of this, and if there's a handle that would really inhibit like what you could put on top, it has this very heavy foldable handle, which I really like that feature. That's a nice addition, where I've seen a lot of these power stations have a handle that's just always there and you can't change it. The intake fan and the exhaust fan is located on the sides. So there's one on this side and there's one on this side. So you do have to keep the top portion of this power station open so that you can get plenty of airflow. But everything else, you could stack stuff against it and it's not going to inhibit the airflow and make this unit heat up. So that's really good.
It looks like it's kind of a nice in-between size. How much do you think that thing weighs?
Yeah, this is what I would call like a medium size power unit. We definitely have a Jackery that is much smaller. This thing weighs, I would say, about 20 pounds. If that, maybe a little less than 20 pounds. totally easy to carry this. You know, you wouldn't want to go on a hike with this for sure, but taking it inside, outside.
I want to see you walk with it.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah, you know it.
But yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be taking this on a hike or something like that. But, you know, taking it from a house into your car or vice versa, taking it from your car into a tent, no problem. It's very highly portable. They come in different colors. I got the red version. I believe there's a black and a blue version as well. And I like it. I think it's cool. I like the red color. What else? Okay, so right now on the roof of the Bug, I have 200 watts of solar panels, and that is the maximum for this power unit. I tried hooking up a 285 watt panel to charge this, and it was too much. It doesn't do any damage because it does have auto protection circuits in there, so that it just shuts down if it senses that it's too much power going in. But with the 200 watts on the roof, that's the maximum for this. It's done a great job of charging it. I have an OPS power system that's pretty much similar in every way as this unit, and I had them side by side, and I split the power. So I split the power. I had 100 watts going into this one, 100 watts going into the OPS, and this one did a much better job of using the power from the panel. It was much higher. I would say about 30% higher power was going into this. So if this was bringing in 65 watts, the OPS was bringing in about 41 watts. The charge controller that's in this, I believe, is a high quality piece of equipment. I think it was all built with really nice components, and I'm super happy with it. I've had a lot of time. I received this months ago. I did receive this from Bluetti as a sponsored video, so it was no cost to me. So just wanted to put that out there if you think that may influence my review in some way. But I have spent a lot of time using it. It's been 4 months, and I've been using it, you know, daily basis pretty much for those 4 months, and I've had no issues with it at all. I like to spend some time with the products that I get before giving them a review. You know, if you have it for one day and do a review, I don't think that's giving it much chance to fail or have an error or anything. But this has been completely flawless, and I'm going to be using this along with other power stations I'll be testing, but I'll be using this as a power source in the Beetle. So that'll be cool.
So you say you give it 2 thumbs up?
I would say I give it 2 thumbs way up.
Like 5 stars out of 5?
I would give it 5 stars out of 5.
Man, yeah. Like 10 stars out of 10?
10 out of 10, yeah. I mean, maybe like 100 out of 100.
Whoa.
Yeah, like.
You really like this thing?
Yeah, I would give it full 100% positive feedback, no matter what.
Yeah.
I've tested a lot of power stations, and I can't say that about all of them. So this one definitely performed really well. I really like it.
You gonna enjoy snuggling with it at night?
Yeah, I'll be. It'll be the little spoon. I'll just curl up with it, and you know, I can sleep like anywhere. I may use it as a pillow.
That's so true. I've seen you use weirder things as pillows.
A rock,
yep.
A log.
Yep.
I've used both of those. So I don't know. I'm sure you'll be seeing another video about this unit in the future. A more really long-term review when I'm out there in the real world doing off-grid backwoods camping, because that's what this car is going to be all about. It's about me really going into places that the bread truck can't make it and going way off-road. So this will be my only source of power, and that's kind of, you know, I'll give it a more in-depth performance review live when you can see like what's coming in, what's going out on camera. So that will be coming in the future once I get way out there where there's no cell phone reception.
I can't wait.
And I can completely unplug from society and all of that. So that'll be cool. So that's the end of my preliminary review of the Bluetti EB70S solar power station, solar generator, and backup battery. I give it a positive review, 2 thumbs up. Best best review you can possibly give it. So if you're interested in a power station for your off-grid van life needs, try out the Bluetti EB70S. It's pretty awesome.